Today, Atlantans stood in solidarity with the Amazon workers in Bessemer, Alabama, who have invited the RWDS, the Retail, Wholesale, and Department Store Union, to initiate the formation of a union in their 6,000 employee warehouse. Workers are now engaged in a 7-week voting process, the results of which at the end of the month will determine if the union goes in. Workers at Amazon undergo unsafe and inhumane working conditions.
Union busting! Amazon wages!
What's disgusting?
Union busting! Amazon wages!
Our union primarily started as retail, and we've grown throughout the United States and Canada into retail, a lot of industry as far as distribution. We represent an array of different industries throughout the United States and Canada. This thing with Amazon started a few years back, to where we were contacted by Amazon workers, even here in Atlanta. We were contacted, wasn't able to generate enough for a campaign, and then the guys over in Alabama was able, as far as employees there, really wanted the opportunity to have a union and also have a voice on their job. They chose us. They wanted to do something. They were tired, especially when you start looking at not only with the pandemic, as far as the way it is, but also with the success of Amazon, and not sharing the success with their workers. When you look at the workload that the workers at Amazon have to endure, the time frame that they're dealing with, and the constant push to actually get product out, it is unbelievable. And then when you look at a major distribution company like them, they're making money hand over foot, and they're not sharing it with the employees that actually make the business successful.
How many people work at that warehouse?
That's roughly about 6,000 employees over there.
And what's the racial and gender makeup?
As far as what I've been able to tell, it's majority minority workers over there, and majority female, as far as what we've been able to tell.
Are they all ages or primarily young?
All ages, yes.
What do you think has been the reason why, over the decades, union membership has declined?
Some of which has been laws. Another has been that we haven't kept up and do what we're supposed to do. We constantly fight, but we've got to do more of what we're doing today. We have to get back and let the people know what unions are all about. And not only do organized labor touch those folks that's going to work all day, but they also touch the communities. If organized labor does well in a community, it also increases the wages and benefits, not only the jobs that are represented by the union, but also those jobs in the community. And we have to let folks know that. We have to market ourselves better as far as exactly what organized labor brings to the table.
And what do you see for unions in the future?
I think we'll be very, very successful. When you look at high tech, when you look at what's taking place here with Amazon, this is the beginning. This is not only an organizing drive that we're having as RWDSU, but also this is organizing drive that labor is having. This impacts all of labor. Not only what we're doing, not only do we look at the success and also the involvement as far as this community group. When you look at the folks out here, everybody out here isn't from labor, but they're communities that's concerned as far as what Amazon is doing to the country.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
Just that we have to keep this up. We have to keep doing what we can and also support each other. Organized labor has always been a community-based organization, and we have to get back to that. You can't go to a community and try to organize if you're not part of the community before you get there. For years, organized labor worked hand in foot with community groups and also civil rights organizations throughout the country. We have to start that, and we have to continue those relationships that started many years ago. Atlanta has a historical aspect as far as being the home of civil rights, and so does Birmingham. So it goes hand in hand as far as the abilities that we have, not only as labor, but also as community organizations and civil rights.
Whole Foods, you must know!
Union busting's got to go!
Whole Foods, you must know!
Union busting's got to go!
Overworked, underpaid, Amazon workers aren't afraid! Overworked, underpaid!
Amazon workers aren't afraid!
All right, we're an independent organization that supports union community activities. We also support workers in any capacity, with any affiliation. And our membership we've got about 60 to 70 different unions affiliated with the Coalition of Black Trade Unions. We traveled from Atlanta to Bessemer, Alabama, to support those workers in getting a union vote, union in vote. And it's historic. You know, you've got the richest company in the world with the worst working conditions for their workers. I mean, you know, we're protesting here in Atlanta, the tearing down or them trying to sweep under the rug the Chattahoochee Brick Company, and they're doing the same thing, working these folks to death for little or nothing while they make huge profits. Workers need a voice in the workplace. If employers naturally took care of their employees, you wouldn't need a union, but they don't, and they won't. Well, there's been a 40-year class war, well, even longer than that. That started with a memorandum by the CEO of General Motors some years ago. And actually, they've used the tactics of the civil rights movement to destroy unions. But we're coming back, and we're coming back strong, because the folks will not do the right thing on their own. They have to be made to do it.
Everybody! Tell the story! Tell the whole wide world! This is Union territory!